Hello, this is Patrick. Thank you very much for watching this series of videos. Now we're on to video number 8 of the hero's journey, and that video is called The Return. And we're going to get to that, what that means in a moment in your journey. But before we do that, I wanted to have a personal conversation with you, and I wanted to ask you a question. And the question is, do you feel that there's more that you can do in your life? Do you feel that there's more that you can accomplish in your life? And when you go inside yourself and you answer that question, if the answer is yes, then you can put yourself definitely on a hero's journey. A lot of the people that I have worked with are very, they're very accomplished in many ways. They've accomplished a lot, but they've reached a place in their life where they're kind of stuck. And what I mean by stuck is it's not that it's uncomfortable or they're not accomplished or they're not going through successfully their life. What they're stuck at is where they're stuck is in that next step. Perhaps you are like that. There's something you've always wanted to accomplish, a place that you've always wanted to travel. Maybe, if you just sit back and just take a deep breath and go, where have I always wanted to go in my life? Or I have an idea for a business that I've always wanted to do, but never have had to seem to have the time or the direction to do it. And perhaps there's something you wanted to do part-time or full-time that you haven't done before. Perhaps the idea of a hero's journey is creating an amazing relationship in your life, a long-term relationship that is satisfying and fulfilling and trusting and open. Perhaps that's part of your hero's journey. Maybe you want to look at your health. Is there something that you've always wanted to do? Maybe, maybe you've wanted to lose some weight, but even more than that, you've wanted to operate from optimal health, or even more if you are in good health. Maybe you've wanted to take that into the next level and become more of an athlete in your life. There's so much to accomplish, and in this life, if you look at life like a hero's journey, that your life, you get to design your life. So this is where my offer comes in. What I do is I mentor and coach people over and over that wall that has kept them kind of stuck and moving into those exciting areas of life that they've always wanted to do. I've had so many people that have sort of wish, wants, and hopes. And what I'm about, is helping them turn wish, wants, and hopes into actual actions and accomplishment. And this is what I'd like to do, or like to talk with you about, if this seems like something you'd like to do. So how that would work is, at the end of this video, I'm going to have my email. All you have to do is email me, and we'll set up a time for you and I to have a conversation together about what's important for you. And we can take a look at whether coaching or mentoring is something that would be valuable for you. I have a 6-month program that people have done some amazing things. I've had a guy that lost over 100 pounds. It was not in 6 months, but it was over a longer period of time. Lost 100 pounds. He rearranged his life, so now he has peace and fulfillment and joy, and he's just having an incredible time in his life. I've worked with people that just simply wanted to get better at their career, and they needed a direction. They needed somebody like me to hold them accountable for each step along the way, which is something I do. And that person then got promoted at their work, became a manager, well paid, well compensated, and really took the step that they were struggling to take. Maybe, like I said, maybe it's your health, maybe a career for you, maybe it's a part-time business that you really want to make into a full-time business. I work with a lot of people that have that. I work with a lot of people that would like to have a coaching business part-time or a seminar business. So part of my the last 30 years is designing training and helping with coaching businesses and people becoming excellent coaches and having a great clientele. So if that's something that interests you, that certainly is something we can do if that's what you wish to do. But it takes what it takes is for you to reach out to me, and I will be glad to spend 30 or 45 minutes with you, as I said, and we can have that conversation about your next step. Okay. Now, let's talk about the return, this part of the hero's journey, the final part of a hero's journey. So, like I said earlier, whether it's Odysseus returning from, in the Odyssey, returning from the Trojan Wars, whether it's Frodo returning to the Shire, whether it's Dorothy going back to Kansas, all of those stories and all of those movies have the return in them. And the greatest thing about the return is once you've done your hero's journey in your life, or your series of hero's journeys in your life, each time you return, you see the place in a different way. You return with more wisdom. And that wisdom is applied in action in your life. So you see life in a much more powerful way. You see how you can design your own life the way that you want it designed. That is the result of a hero's journey. That is the result of challenging yourself. That's a result of putting yourself out there. See, this is one of the most exciting things. But there's one more thing. In this return, coming home, not only do you have the wisdom and you apply it to the actions of your life, the hero has an obligation to share with the people around them what they have learned. So in essence, the hero becomes a coach and a mentor for people around them. Now, some people actually do that in a formal way, whether it's a classroom or whether it's coaching people or whether it's doing trainings. But many people, simply by coming back and have done this hero's journey, you inspire and motivate other people to see their own greatness. It's not about them seeing your greatness. It's what a hero knows is that their obligation is to bring out the greatness in other people. And when you walk this path as a hero in your own life, as you design your own life, what you're going to do is you're going to find yourself inspiring these people around you. And I think that is one of the greatest benefits of you being on a hero's journey, is that the people that are inspired by your life, by your willingness to challenge yourself. So the return is returning back home. Things may seem the same, but you will view them differently now through this lens of confidence and contribution and self-worth as a hero that you discovered because you were willing to challenge yourself. And the other part of that, again, is what is your contribution? Why are you here on this planet? How are you going to contribute to other people? What does that look like for you? So that's it on the hero's journey, and that's the return. Give me send me an email. Go, Patrick. I would love to have a conversation with you. There's no obligation. I mean, we're just going to explore this. There's no charge, of course, so it's free. And you'll get 30 or 45 minutes of time that we can talk about you and what's important to you. And let's get moving forward in your life. So again, this is Patrick Dean for Seminar Systems and for mentoring and coaching. And I thank you very much for being on this series, and I will be doing other series, but I would love to talk with you as soon as possible. Don't hesitate on this. Thanks, and look forward to speaking with you. Bye-bye.